April 20th, 1999, at Columbine High School in Jefferson County, Colorado, two students, Dylan Klebold, who was 17, and Eric Harris, who was 18, had created a plan to attack Columbine High School in an effort to get revenge. Journals and videos were later found to imply that bullying was in fact one of the reasons for the shooting. They had planned this attack for over 1 year in advance. They had planted two 20-pound propane bombs in the cafeteria with a set time to explode at exactly 11:17 a.m. 11:17 a.m. was during lunch when the cafeteria was most populated. At 11:08 a.m., the two boys entered the school grounds wearing trench coats that were hiding their guns. They also had backpacks that were hiding pipe bombs. People had claimed that they had shown no amount of suspicious activity that day, other than ditching a couple of classes. They began the massacre by shooting two people who were outside eating their lunch. They made their way inside and shot whoever they saw. People originally thought that it was just some senior prank because it was around the end of the school year. However, Dave Sanders, who was a teacher at Columbine High School, knew it was more than just a senior prank and went into the cafeteria to warn the students. Many students evacuated and Mr. Sanders continued to clear the hallways. Dylan and Eric shot Mr. Sanders before he could evacuate the library. The two students made their way to the library where there were many students. By this time, the cops were well informed of the situation and were at the high school. Due to regulations, however, the police could not yet enter. They first had to secure the area. Dylan and Eric began shooting in the library. They had been shooting for a while with no warnings. They then asked who was under one of the tables. It was John Savage. They told John that they would not kill him and proceeded to tell him that he should run. John asked Dylan what they were doing, and Dylan replied casually, quote, "Oh, just killing people," end quote. He then walked away and continued to shoot. By this time, they had finished in the library, and it had only been 7 minutes. They then went into the cafeteria, only to realize that the bombs had not gone off. At 12:06, the SWAT begins to enter the school and clear out the classrooms. Eric and Dylan shoot themselves before they could even see the SWAT. The SWAT team finally reached the library 3.5 hours after. This was one of the worst school shootings in American history. But on December 14th, 2012, in Newtown, Connecticut, at Sandy Hook Elementary, a man by the name of Adam Lanza, age 20, attacked the elementary school. He began his attack at 9:30 in the morning and had 4 guns. 2 were handguns, 1 was an AR-15, and the 4th was a shotgun that he left in the trunk of his car. He began his attack at home, killing his mother, then taking her 4 guns that were registered to her own name, and drove 5 miles to Sandy Hook Elementary School. The doors of the school are locked for security purposes every morning, but Adam was not fazed. He began shooting at the glass and got through the door, which was when the staff noticed for the first time. He went down the hallway towards the youngest grades, which was kindergarten and first grade. He fatally shot 20 children who were in first grade, and also killed 6 faculty members, 1 being the principal. This created a total of 27 kills. Adam Lanza killed himself once he had seen the first policeman. The incident was the deadliest mass shooting at either high school or grade school in American history, and the 4th deadliest mass shooting by one individual. And one of the most recent school shootings occurred on February 14th, 2018 at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Nicholas Cruz, who is 19, used an AR-15 and killed 17 students and wounded at least 15 more. The attack lasted no more than about 6 minutes and 20 seconds. President Donald Trump responded to this shooting by saying, quote, "No child, teacher, or anyone else should ever feel unsafe in an American school." In these shootings, people used automatic weapons, mainly AR-15s. This was something that rose fear and suspicions for many Americans, which has led to many debatable topics that have appeared again and again over the past decade. One of these, in particular, is gun control. Gun control is defined as a set of laws or policies that regulate the manufacture, sale, transfer, possession, modification, or use of firearms by civilians, which basically means that the government can control if you get a gun, when you get a gun, and how many guns you can have. Another debated topic is school security. It ranges from metal detectors to backpack checks to clear backpacks. Along with those guidelines is also law enforcement and police procedures in case of a school shooting. Because in the Columbine shooting, by the time the police got in there, everything was already over, which has already been changed, but is still being debated by many people. These key events have brought up many issues that are widely debated, including gun control, school security, and police and law enforcement procedures. Whether or not you agree or disagree with any of these topics, there is an issue and it needs to be addressed and changed.